Good morning, Wendy Antonucci here, and today I am working with Blvd's paints. They have acrylic paints, which is part of the Illustrates Faith collection. And then they also have the watercolors, again, Illustrated Faith. It opens up into this cute little box, and then you can put your paints on either side as you put some water in them. And it comes with a paintbrush, which you just assemble. And the layout that I'm going to work on is I'm going to stick with a white background. I want my title to say Fabulous Girl Power. I'm thinking about using these stamps, which are from Illustrates Faith. They're big and bulky, but down here. I liked this washi. It says yes and something about adventures. Say yes to new adventures. I thought it would look neat. I'm keeping my layout somewhat simple as this is what I want. So this is my basic layout. This is my setup. This would be a blah layout. You do have a title, you have a picture, you have plenty of room for your journaling. I might even add in some butterflies and embellish, but we want to take it to the next step. So we're going to take a look at taking our layouts to the next step using mixed media this week. I am not much of an artist, so I'm just going to play and have fun and show you what you can do. Okay, so here we go. Alright, so here is my basic layout that we started with, the blah one. I said fabulous girl power, plenty of room for writing, and it's good. You know, you have your basics. But we wanted to take it up a notch, and we wanted to take it up with mixed media. So the paper that I had watercolored on, you saw me stamping it with the butterflies from the Fly Free stamp set, which I actually really love. And then I fussy cut them out. So I have some color, but it's not on my page. So if you're not into stamping a lot, which for me, it's newer, it's more, I'm not good at it. It doesn't always work out. But I like it. So now I have it on my page, but it didn't ruin anything if something went wrong. Okay? So I've added a few embellishments. But you can see it's still kind of white. It's still kind of plain. Now, I was thinking I'd like to stamp the little butterflies because they're actually my favorite. I don't know, I love them. And I thought about just stamping them in black and kind of continuing the free, just flying free, and maybe even some of these words. But what if I wanted to take it up another notch? What else could I do? If you remember, I had this page that I used the plastic wrapping, kind of the smushing technique, and a little bit of flicks. I did not put any coating on my cardstock. It's the American Crafts cardstock. It is the textured one. It is a little warped right now. Now, if I was going to really do the right thing, I should probably leave this tonight and put something heavy on it. I probably would put my cutting mat down and then something on top of it heavy, like my sewing machine, but I can't be bothered to wait. So I'm going to put this over here because I want to take it up one more step. So let's see what this looks like. I'm again going to keep it in the center like I had talked about. That's the original design that I want to go with. And while I have no rhyme or reason when I put the color down, you can see that I kind of kept it in the middle, and then I used the splatters to pull it on a diagonal because that's my favorite way to design. And then I'm just going to add in these butterflies. See how instantly it's up a notch more. Okay, we have some color added in. We have texture differences with the felt, with stamping, and these being cut out so you could actually even curl their wings a little bit. So there is the next step. Now, for me, this still needs some more, and I do want to put Girl Power. I believe I want to stamp it, but I have to decide what color now. I could go with the black to make it dark and bold. I could also maybe go, I was pulling in this teal color. That might be another option. I could do it both with the paint. I could easily put the paint down on, just on this little wax paper and stamp into there. Or I can do it with ink pads. There's quite a few options there. So I'm going to go look for some letters to see if I have stickers or whether I'm going to paint those on or stamp them on. Okay. But this is where we're at now, and I'm going to continue to build up some layers. If I can find some paper that matches, I'm going to also look for some more elements. I do know that as I mentioned, I want to get, I think this washi, the Yes and Yes to Adventure, and then just all these colors would look really pretty. It says Enjoy Life. So let's see here if we can find something. There we go. There it started. I mean, that just looks pretty right there. I mean, just sticking it down. And actually, I am going for that. I don't like to think my layouts out that much. I probably should, because then I would save myself some time trying to get those things back off. But to me, this isn't art. This isn't like the rest of my life where, as my kids say, I'm practically perfect in every way. I think about everything, and sometimes I don't want to think. I just want to enjoy life. And I want my daughter to learn to enjoy life. Yes, you have to get things right. You have to plan here and there. So it's not that you can just ignore responsibility, but this is my time just to play. And I like to do that. And I try not to think it out, plan it out, and just go with it. It makes this free. And I enjoy having something that is freeing to me. And that's what this is. And that's why I keep it up even though I have a lot of kids and I have a lot of other things going on. I have to leave some time for me to be free and not to be perfect. So I'm just going to put things down wherever and enjoy. And I really like that. I think it adds something to it. It holds your picture down so that your picture is not floating around. So I like that. And I usually would try to repeat that. And so I'm thinking maybe up there. So let me rip off all the extra pieces. I'm trying not to put the enjoy life everywhere. I don't think I want to enjoy life up there. So I'm going to cut it off there. And so I think that looks good too. So I'm going to put it near the top. I don't want to put it exactly at the top because since my page is warped, when I take a picture, I'm afraid it might lose some of that. And as to this other washi, I like that, but I need to get my the rest of my title on there before. Oh, I really like that. I really, really like that. So that's going to have to go in. So I'm just going to cut that because it is a small space here. And I don't want to cut off the writing. So I'm just going to cut that and get that part down. Say yes to new adventures. I love that. Okay, so I am filling up where I thought I was going to put my title, but that's okay. No big deal. We're not worried yet. We're just having fun. I could easily put the title right under here. Let's just, do I want it to go black? I really like how this is turning out, and I'm not sure that I'm going to need a lot more on this page. You could keep dressing it up. I mean, it is a very white layout, but I'm okay with that. Sometimes I don't like to have everything so busy. Okay. So you can kind of see I'm laying those out to see they're big letters. I do like it there. I think that'll work nicely. And I'm going to have to scoot it over a little bit. So I'm going to lay these stamps out and see if I can get a good position on these and find the color that I'm going to use. Because these are black splatter or black butterflies, and like I mentioned, I wanted to use these little black butterflies. I think I am going to do that black because otherwise it's going to be grounded if I have this black. Otherwise, it's going to kind of just be circling around, which is fine. Okay, so I'm really liking that. I'm going to do a little bit more and try to get that, and I'll be back in a minute. All right, so I stamped out Power. I did decide to go in black, and I cut it out because I wanted to try it out. That's another thing, again, just like the butterflies. I wanted the Power stamped on here, but that was just too much commitment. But before that, I want to show you, this is the Wonky Alpha Puffy stickers. Here's one choice, and I do like that. It's a little bit slimmer. It's a little bit more exact. Not really, but a little bit. Okay, so there's that choice. Or you can go big and really wonky and do this. And I personally like it. If I hadn't have tried cutting it out, I probably would have never gone with it because when I held this up, I thought, oh, that's wonderful. But when I actually got down to it, I like that it matches the texture of the others, and it just looks a little bit more free. So I'm going to go ahead and get all this down. I'm going to stamp a few of these little butterflies, and I think I might be done. I could add in some puffy, like the little puffy hearts, and even so some puffy hearts. That might be nice. The other thing is we have hexagons. I don't know if there is a pink color. Yes, there's a pink color. That would be another option. And then there's the teal, but I didn't. That might be stretching it. I think the pink would look better. And I'm not sure the hexagons are going to work because they are a little bit more structured. It doesn't quite fit the style of the layout. You see that? Like, it would be really neat, great designs and all, and you could. But this is so round, free-flowing. And I think like these little hearts just might fit that better. We also have the newer, let me see, here we go, puffy hearts. And again, these are a little bit more structured, but I do like the color because it matches what I have here. And we also have stars. Normally I would do hearts, but girl power, so I'm going to leave those out and take a look at those. Alrighty, so here's our layout. I added a few more strips. I wanted to kind of mimic that, and I really like that I did. Now, this is a good layout. I am totally happy with this. I have some mixed media. I have some embellishments. I have a title. I have plenty of room to do some journaling, but I want to take it one more step. It seems a little bit empty. So I took the little butterfly, my favorite one, and I'm just going to get some black ink. And I'm just going to place this little guy in random spots. Just add a little bit more. I'm going to put one here. Okay, so nothing, I'm just stamping wherever. As I said, I'm just enjoying being creative. And that's perfectly fine. I am going to tell a story, but I'm just enjoying my time to be creative. Okay, so I kind of like that. Now, I went through those puffy stickers that I had mentioned, and I really feel the best choice were the puffy stars. So again, I'm going to take my calligraphy pen, which is great for everything, and I am going, even though my paint sprinkles went this way, it seems like my butterflies went this way. So I'm going to try to just stick in that diagonal pattern and just sprinkle a few here and there. Don't know that I want any big ones. Here, I want some small little guys here. I want a lighter one. I'm trying to decide. I don't know if I like that, but I'll go ahead and put this bigger light one on there. Trying to decide if I wanted to group them or kind of put them out. Okay, and then I'm probably going to put one more, but I'm trying again to decide what I think I like him. So he was right about there. Okay. And actually, I'm going to move this one down just a hair bit more. And then I can move that one there. Okay, and I am quite pleased. Now, I do enjoy journaling with the Illustrates Faith pen. This is the 0.25. I also enjoy using the 0.65 if I want to outline it, if I want to draw some lines. I'm thinking right here would be a great place to journal. So I'm just going to go ahead and do that now and finish this up. So thank you for joining me as we take our layout from blah to fabulous. You can see you can stop anywhere along that path and still have a great layout. You have a picture, you have a title, you're going to have some journaling, and you have documented a memory. And that's what matters. Okay, so if you enjoyed this, give me a thumbs up. If you haven't subscribed to my channel yet, I would love for you to join me here most of the time weekly. And if you have any questions, just leave them in the comments and I'll be glad to get back to you. Thanks for joining me. Bye.